Hello, my name is Marko Rillo, and I'm teaching strategy and innovation at the Estonian Business School, but I also take care of MBA program. And one of the new MBA program specializations that we have at the Estonian Business School is managing digital products. And today we are recording a short webinar with Martin. Hello, Martin.
Hello, Marco. Thank you very much for the invitation. Hello,
Okay,
everyone.
wonderful.
My name is Martin Maduka Ejeagwu.
Okay, so very nice to have you here in the webinar. And what Martin is going to tell us is about his course. So he's going to teach about requirements engineering to digital product managers, and he's going to teach a little bit the background on how much it has changed in the age of AI. But before we jump into the topic, maybe Martin, you can explain and introduce yourself a little bit to our listeners and viewers. So what is your background? Where do you come from? Where are you currently placed? I understand that you are in a very sunny location.
Yes, absolutely. I am a Nigerian, a naturalized German. Currently, I am in my native Nigeria. The weather is cool, partly sunny. Humidity is good. It's very beautiful to be among my family, most especially very beautiful to eat organic meals in Africa.
Wonderful. So, and I understand that you have been growing up there, but you have also started to work in continental Europe quite a lot. So, can you tell a little bit about your life and studies and career to date?
Well, I grew up in my native Nigeria and I moved to Germany, did my high school and university education in Germany. I started my professional career in Switzerland, spent some time in Switzerland and moved back to Germany. Today, I am in Estonia working with you.
Okay, wonderful. So, you have had quite a different take on different cultures. So, if you would have to compare Nigeria, Switzerland, Germany, Estonia, so is there something that you can take from this comparison?
Well, Nigerians are very warm-hearted and friendly people. If I would speak the language of product design and development, I would say Nigerian are very agile people, very spontaneous, highly flexible people. And if I should do a comparison between the Swiss culture and Estonian culture, perhaps German culture, I would say that the Swiss, there is this sense of high precision and high quality expected of you when you live in Switzerland. The people are very polite. In comparison with Estonia, well, I really think that there are quite a lot of similarity between the Swiss culture and Estonian culture. Estonians are very calm. The precision is high, the quality is high. Estonians simply gets the job done without talking, you know. And Germany is a very beautiful place. I grew up. The quality of work in Germany is extremely high. I used to say that Germany is the castle of engineering.
Okay, wonderful. And I understand that you started your professional life also when it comes to this kind of requirements engineering in Germany, where also the culture of engineering is something very important. So, can you tell about
Absolutely.
your experience on how what does it mean to actually build products in German and Swiss context, and what is the importance of requirements in this context?
Well, my background is in product design and development, and for more than a decade, I have worked at the intersection of product management, requirements engineering, software development, and digital transformation. Most recently, I worked as a consultant requirements engineer at Adesso Consult in Germany. Before that, I was a business consultant and requirements engineer at AXA Insurance Germany. And earlier, I served as a product owner at Swiss Life Insurance Germany. Alongside my professional work, I have been teaching and still teaching requirements engineering and software engineering courses at different universities in Germany and the United Kingdom.
Okay, wonderful. So that's quite a lot of different experiences. So we are living in an era of large language models and AI coming to change different industries. And we have seen that, well, software engineering is obviously one of the areas where AI has been helping a lot, but it has also made certain things much more difficult. How is requirements engineering changing in the age of AI?
Well, before we talk about that, let us first ask a simple question. What does a requirements engineer do? Traditionally, a requirements engineer, number one, elicits, documents, validates, and manage requirements. So, in simple terms, our job as requirements engineer is to understand what customers and stakeholders really need, translate those needs into clear and actionable requirements, and ensure that development teams build the right product. Today, however, large language models such as ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini, they perform these activities a lot faster and in exponential form. So AI can now help product owners to generate user stories, refine acceptance criteria, identify ambiguities in requirements, suggest missing requirements, create personas, develop use cases, do a whole lot of stuff. Tasks that once took hours for a human requirement engineer to do can now be done in minutes. Of course, that improves productivity. So the obvious question is, has AI replaced requirements engineer? My answer is simply no. What AI has done is it changed the role of the requirements engineer. Instead of spending most of our time producing documentation, we are increasingly becoming reviewers, facilitators, decision makers who guide AI and evaluate its outputs. In fact, in my own opinion, human expertise has become even more important. So, critical thinking, domain knowledge, ethical judgment, and effective stakeholder communication are still essential because AI can generate content that looks convincing but is inaccurate because AI does hallucinates and jailbreaks. So we still need requirements engineer to give AI that human touch that it lacked.
Okay, wonderful. So, in essence, what we can say is that there are different things in requirements engineers' work chain, what we can automate and make much faster, but there is still somebody who has to, well, whose decision it is to decide between A and B, and this is where it's very difficult to pass on the decision making to a machine.
Absolutely. So the future of requirements engineering is not about human versus AI. It is about humans working with AI to produce better requirements, make better decisions, and ultimately build better digital product. In my own opinion, AI will not replace good product managers, but product managers who know how to work effectively with AI have a significant advantage over those who do not.
All right, wonderful. So now let's jump to your course. So we have your course on requirements engineering for product managers. And in this course, you plan to teach them not how to be requirements engineers, but how to use requirements engineering tools as product managers. So what is it that by the end of this course is going to happen? So what will the participants in the course know, or what can they do by the end of the course?
Absolutely. Well, this course is designed specifically for digital product managers who want to learn practical ways to use AI throughout the product development life cycle. So we are not going to teach IREB standard requirements engineering as a standalone course. Rather, we are going to teach the integration, how to use AI for requirements engineering. Okay, and we will focus on how AI can support requirements engineer to conduct his elicitation, documentation, validation, and management of the requirements. Now, participants will, in simple terms, learn practical prompting techniques, structured workflows, AI-assisted methods that they can immediately apply in their own organizations. We encourage our participants to come with their internal business problems and try to solve them with the skill set which they acquire at the Estonian Business School. We will also discuss the limitations of AI, common mistakes to avoid, and how to critically evaluate AI-generated outputs instead of accepting them blindly. Specifically, and very importantly, we will achieve this by applying Dr. Kim Launred's episode. Dr. Kim Launred is a professor at the University of Applied Sciences in Dortmund. He developed a framework that integrated Claude. He used Claude as his collaboration partner to go through the overall product design and development life cycle. We are going to practice that with our students, and we hope to equip our students those practical skill sets which they need to confidently use AI responsibly. And at the end of the programs, our participants will begin to see AI not just as a mere tool, but as a collaboration partner that is integrated throughout the product design and development life cycle.
Okay, that was really thorough. Can I just ask you to clarify? You also used one of the acronym IREB. So if somebody is really interested and wants to learn more also about the depths of requirements engineering, can you elaborate also about this one? What is the organization and what does it do?
Okay, so IREB is a non-profit organization founded in 2026 in Germany. IREB is an acronym for International Requirement Engineering Board. This is the organization that helps to set the standards for requirement engineering, the best practices, the norms, and practices of requirement engineering. And people could get certified to be required IREB standard requirement engineer.
Okay, wonderful. So if somebody has slightly more detailed interest in this subject, then following the course, they can also take a deep dive if they wish.
Absolutely. All they need to do is to go to ireb.org and they will find different certifications which they can take. And just to let you know again, companies always prefer to engage requirements engineers that has IREB certification because they understand how structured the IREB curriculum are.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. So, and we are now shortly wrapping up. So, what would be your final recommendation when somebody is considering to join the digital product management MBA program or join the particular micro degree, which is focusing on actually designing and prototyping with the help of AI? So, what is your recommendation for somebody considering this?
If you are looking for a program that can help you to integrate AI in your product design and development life cycle, register with the Estonian Business School.
All right. Thank you very much. So we're going to wrap up this webinar now. So it was very interesting to hear, Martin, about your background. What do you what have you experienced about requirements engineering, and what kind of skills and interesting stories do you bring to the classroom? So thank you to all your listeners. Thank you, Martin.
Thank you, Marko, for the invitation. Have a nice day.
And yeah, absolutely. And we hope to see everybody in the classroom. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.